I just want to thank, our amazing pastors and leaders just for this amazing opportunity, this program. It's not only changed my life, but my family's and the people around me, and you guys as well. So it's been an amazing year. So the title of my message is called The Table.
Wow.
And I want to start off with a little story that I wish I could say was like a long time ago, but it was actually this past year. So there was this person in my life that was just being really difficult to deal with. They were criticizing me about like everything and just giving me a hard time and being really mean to me. And there was this opportunity to like go have dinner with this person, and I didn't want to go. And so I told my husband, like, we're not going, I don't want to go. And of course, like, he's super nice, and he was like, no, like, we're still gonna go, like, it'll be great. And so then I was like, okay, fine, we're gonna get ready. And so then I'm getting ready, and I start getting like upset, rehearsing things in my mind. And jokingly, I called my inner chola. I don't know if you know what that is, but I have one. And like I told him, I was like joking. I was like, I think we need to find a babysitter in case I have to fight them. And I was joking. But he's like, no, everything's gonna be fine. So as I was like picturing that and like having dinner with this person, at the same time, God actually spoke to me and like showed me a picture of him sitting at the table during like his last supper, the last meal.
Come on.
And when I seen who sat at the table, I seen that there was Mark, like different people. There was Mark, who was a tax collector, Peter, who would deny him, and then there was like Judas, who betrayed him. And I started realizing the power that's in sitting at the table and what God does there.
Come on.
So I started thinking about all the tables that I sit at and the tables I prepare. And they were with tables with people I love and enjoy, like my closest friends, the people I serve with, the people I go to church with, which I'm thankful for that. But then I also realized that sometimes it's easy to sit at the table with those who think like us, who look like us, the ones that worship like us, and the ones that even vote like us. So I asked, myself, would we sit at the table if someone invited us, if those people invited us? What tables do we sit at? Look around. Is our table only for our closest friends? Is our table only for the people that are in this internship? Are they the ones that only go to our campus or go to our church? Or is our table open for friends and family and even strangers who live differently than us? In John 13:14 it says, I give you a new command. Love one another just as I have loved you. You are also to love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. And in John 13, during that last meal, that last supper, it talks about Jesus washing the feet. The washing of the feet was showing how to care for another after he departed. It was symbolic of our role in the body of Christ. He said, for I have given you an example, that you were also to do just as I have done for you. He washed their feet and had them sit at the table with him. He didn't shame Judas, he offered him bread. And never stopped loving the undeserving. Knowing what he was facing, he remained faithful to who he was. He loved. I just feel that there's so many ways we can apply this to our lives. It can be breaking bread with someone that's tough to deal with, like in my case. Or it can just be inviting someone to dinner that you don't really know that well, and someone that's different than you. And I just feel like something beautiful and powerful will happen. At the table is where people will open up about their struggles, about their fears, about their greatest challenges in their life. And I don't have that much time left. But I just feel we should never estimate the power of sharing a meal with someone or having coffee with someone.
Yeah.
It even says in Acts 2 that all the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and fellowship and to sharing in meals or breaking bread and to prayer. So that's what we are called to do. And I think I know that's where God moved then and where he moves now.
That's right.
So as I finish and as we enter this Christmas season and we're just around so many different tables, I like to challenge you to connect with someone you don't really know, or someone that God has put on your heart, or even to accept the invitation that someone has offered to you that maybe you didn't initially want to accept. and I just, no matter what the table, just to know that like God's gonna work in it. And I just want to end with saying I'm thankful for all the tables that people have invited me to, and the tables that like each one of you have let me sit at and open up your lives for me. And just by you inviting someone to your table might just lead them here.
When you take, everything that you've learned here and you apply it out there. I love that. I gotta take somebody out to dinner or something. Awesome. So we're gonna move into our intern lectures. If you guys haven't heard, we have beautiful Pastor Becky.